Hello, good day to all of you. My name is Blair and welcome to another Linux app. Today we're gonna help you on how to use a Linux app tool that are being used in Linux-based operating system. Today's episode, it's all about the virtual machine Oracle. So let's go to the store first. I'm using the big Linux, so I'll be checking out the big store. Let's try to look for the Oracle. So you have different choices right here. Actually, I already installed this one. If you haven't installed this one, it will appear the button install. Then click install. Okay, let me go to my Oracle VirtualBox. It's gonna be on the development. You could use the basic or the expert if you wanted to tinker with your virtual machine or VirtualBox. So I'll try to put a new because I already have some ISO file. So let's try to look for that one. And I'm just gonna put Linux test. Okay. And this is gonna be my different ISO, so I could like just click next. I'll put about like 8 gigabytes, 8 gig. Okay, it would be okay. And instead of like 1 CPU, I'll put about like 8 CPU. That will be okay. And enable EFI or UEFI. So let's click that one, and the disk will be about like 50. I preferred 50 gig for my expansion. I could put dual OS or just a single OS. Okay, so let me check everything. This is the summary. I don't put the ISO. I'll prefer that it will be different ISO file and click finished. So as you can see, we have all those stuff. I'm not recording it via the Oracle box, but I'll be using the OBS. Like this one, the OBS Studio, which is right now I'm recording. So the display will be 16 megabytes. So I have already the VirtualBox right now, but I need to put a ISO file. So let's try to click this one. So let's choose then image, add, and then let's go to our download. We could use the big Linux as our test. And then this will be chosen. Remember, this is also available for Windows. Our ISO is already there. So let's try to click start. Okay, there you have it. We have our capture card already. So we have either old or new, it's up to you. If you have some Broadcom wireless, this Broadcom wireless is always the problem with other Linux distro, but right here in the big Linux, it's already provided, so you don't have to look for in the website. And then you could close this one, and then if you want, you could maximize this. And if you don't want to have a double menu bar, you could always go to the full screen right here. So just click this one and switch. So it's feeling like you have your hardware installed right now. So this is still in virtual, not in the hardware, okay? In the physical. I'll just gonna use the proprietary so that you will have no problem with that one. And then just click, and of course the notification right here, you could always close that one. and wait for the virtual machine to kick in. So this is how you use the ISO file in Windows or in Linux by using the Oracle VirtualBox. Now let's try to look for the language. Let's use English. I prefer the Classic and the Breeze Dark. If you are wondering, there is a bar in the bottom. This is your taskbar. This is the virtual machine. So I'm using the Linux test for my virtual machine. You could always save, or you could also click this one, the settings, and you could always click video recording if you wanted to, or the screenshot. Okay, so right now this is the virtual machine. So let's try to look into the ISO. So this is not in the physical computer. This is just on the virtual machine. So you could check out any ISO file or operating system if you wanted to. So that is how you use the ISO file via the virtual machine of the Oracle. Oh, let me see. I'll try to minimize this one so that you could see it is still on the virtual machine. You could always downscale that one. So I use the 1080. As you can see, I could scroll right here, maximize. So you're inside a virtual machine on a computer, right? You could always click this one, maximize. So you have two OS or two operating system in your computer. So if you want to exit our ISO, just like in Windows, you just click this one and it will shut down after several seconds, or you could click this one. So that is how you use this Linux app called Oracle VirtualBox. How to change? Okay, let's click this one, choose an image. We could add another one. For example, we will like to check out the elementary OS 8. Not yet attached. Okay, let's choose that one. We're still using the same file, which is our Linux test. And then let's click start. As I said, this is the same with our Windows. Of course, notification will be there. Try and install. The mouse is integrated. Okay. So let's close the information. So this is a VirtualBox. So we have the logo, as we are trying to use the UEFI.
Screen reader can be turned on with the keyboard shortcut Super plus Alt plus F.
So we are now in the ISO file of the elementary OS. So let's click English for our language, USA for our location, and US English for our keyboards, and the keyboard layout will be default. And let's try to click the try demo mode instead of like install. Okay, so let's keep into the demo mode. This is how you test the ISO file on your virtual machine. You can also install this one if you wanted to and make a copy of a operating system on your Windows or in Linux. So this is the welcome app. Let's just click this one. Next. You could check out the dark mode. Okay, let's get started. First things first, we need to check out the settings because the display is not on our display, in our correct display. So let's try to click the, this is the 800 resolution. So let's go to the 1080. Probably it's gonna be on our others. Yes, here it is. And click apply. Keep the settings. And if you have different type of HDMI or display outputs, you could also use the display mirror. And of course you have the different types of DPI. Okay, let's close this one. So this is the elementary OS. So we could test this if you wanted to. You could always look for your different wallpaper if you wanted to check out their wallpaper. And of course we have the appearance, the text, fonts, sizes, the dock, large, very small, or just normal. So I didn't put anything. Yes, this is a test, not yet installed. So you can check out different icons right here. This is the file. So in Linux you could always put different types of your preference. For example, if you have the upper corners right here, on the lower corners you have the options. And of course your dock or your panel you could always put somewhere else. Okay, I think I need to update before I open the web browser. Okay, so let's try to log out. How to shut down? Right here, shut down. Of course, let's click enter to proceed to evacuate the ISO file. So that is how we use the Oracle VirtualBox application, our Linux app. So you could always reset all the warnings, your tools right here. You have your machine and your help. So you have all the basic needs to use this one. Aside from this, you could also click the tools, your preference. If you have the VirtualBox import from one computer to another computer, you could always import it one. So if you have some question, feel free to ask me. Write it in the comments down below. And that's it for now for our Linux app. Today's episode is all about the Oracle VirtualBox, the virtual machine. This is Blair, your science, computer, and mathematics teacher. Bye for now and see you in the next episode. And remember that science means knowing. That is why science is cool. Ciao.